You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
We're out and about here at BRFM. We're in Room and we're joined with Germander, who's the current artist in Room. The exhibition is called the Shipping News Room. Welcome along to the show, Germander.
Hi, Daniel.
Could you tell us a little bit about your exhibition?
This is basically a ship spotting and boat noting project which the public are invited to get involved with. What we're doing, the main focus of what's happening in here is collecting sightings of ships that we see in the harbour, boats we see here in the creek outside, and then we write them up on the chart, every day's sightings, and then over the 2 weeks we add new sightings every day and then update all the previous vessels that we've seen. So, for example, we saw a gas tanker here on the first day we started, and using marine traffic on the internet, we can follow where it's been since then. We can follow it around the world and see where it goes, where it gets its gas from, etc. So we're doing that for every vessel that we can follow on marine traffic. And for smaller local vessels, we're just watching them in the harbour and we're speaking to the owners and speaking to the people working on them. And the fishing trawlers, when we see them come in, we'll sort of try and catch them, find out what they've done and where they've been. So that at the end of the 2 weeks, we'll have this full chart full of a great variety of vessels seen in Queenborough and what they're doing. So it's going to be a really interesting picture of the great variety of activity here.
Now, when I first arrived here, actually, if I describe it to our listeners, there's a big white sheet of paper with a chart on it, and you were kind of writing in it.
Yeah. I was updating today's listing. So today we were checking on marine traffic where all the ships that are currently on the list, where they are today. And I was adding the new ones which you've seen today. So today it's been mostly nice little local ones. It's been the Harbour Controller's patrol boat. We've added a yacht which the patrol boat brought in for the scrubbing berth, and someone else saw a fire launch which we've added, and there's a new container ship in Thames Port. So those are the 4 new ones we've added today, and we'll keep following them over the 2 weeks.
So as well as what you see and what you're getting through the internet, also people are coming in and telling you what they've seen.
Yeah, and that's the idea, to get people involved. And it's nice, it's working. There's lots of people, more than you think, who take a real active interest in watching ships, or just like to sort of watch what's going on in the harbour. The fire launch I mentioned, I bumped into a couple who'd been here on the weekend, and I asked them what they'd seen, and they told me they'd just seen a fire launch, so I was able to add that one.
We are joined with Germander. We're out and about. We're in Room, and Room is currently based in Queenborough. We're out and about. We're in Room, which is based in Queenborough at the moment. We're talking to the current artist in residence, Germander. Can you tell us what else is in Room?
So Room is also filled with books, interesting books about the sea and shipping. Lots of charts. We've got lovely charts of the Swale and the Thames estuary for people to look at. We've also got another thing I'm doing. We've got maps of the country, of the local area, of the North Sea and of the world. And my plan is also to draw up on these maps the various journeys which we're charting, which I described. So I haven't got around to starting on that yet because it's actually been really busy here. But I plan to do that as well, so people can visually see the extent of traffic around the world, around the country from here, or seen from here. We've got some other information on the walls, maps, a few exhibits, whiteweed, which is something I like to show people. So there's lots to look at here, maps and books, and the idea is people can come in, just sort of browse, ask questions. And we've got some questions here for people as well. There's things we're researching that we want to know about, and had a really good response. People looking up at the board and saying they know about that and offering information. So we've answered lots of questions just through visitors who know about all these things.
Now, you're logging all of this. So what's going to happen at the end of this exhibition?
So we'll have this complete chart for people to look at and sort of get an idea of what a rich, fascinating sort of marine area this is. But once this exhibition finishes, then I will be writing a piece based on all these chartings, all these journeys, as well as other things that I've seen here in the creek and harbour. It will be a word piece. It's sort of the form of a poem, but it's a bit more playful, a bit more plosive. So I'll be writing that, and I should be presenting that a few weeks later. We've got a provisional date, Thursday the 23rd of February, presenting it at Castle Connections Community and Arts Centre.
Now, I know you're looking for people to report sightings. How can they do that, Germander?
Well, we're interested in actually all sorts of vessels, everything from container ships and coasters to yachts and private vessels. If we see a toy boat, we can even include that. The only rule is that the vessels need to have been seen here in the creek or out in the harbour, even if they're just passing up in the Medway, as long as you can see it from Queenborough. And ideally, if you can pop into the shipping newsroom and tell us what you've seen. The main things we need to know is the name of the vessel and what type, whether it's a tug or a yacht or a ship, etc., and when you saw it, what it was doing, where it was going. If you can take a photo, that's even better. But if you don't get the name, just get a description. We can even include an identified floating object, so if we can't identify it, we can still put a description up on the chart.
When else can our listeners come along and see this and have their input as well?
You can come on Tuesday and Wednesday, January the 31st and February the 1st, between 11:30 in the morning and about 3, though realistically we actually normally open until 3:30 or so, because it's actually quite busy and there's lots to see here. So those days, Tuesday and Wednesday, that's ideal because we're going to be actively still taking listings, updating things. And then after that, the final days that will be open will be the weekend, February 4th and 5th. It will be open from 11:30 till 4 o'clock. So we won't be taking any more listings then, but everything will be complete for people to come and have a look at. And we'll be able to show you how we track the ships using marine traffic.
If our listeners would like to find out more, do you have a website they can have a look at as well?
Yeah, there's my website, which is www.germanderspeedwell.org.uk, and that's Germander Speedwell as in the plant, Germander, speedwell.org.uk.
Germander, I'd like to thank you very much for speaking to us here at BRFM.
Thank you very much.